Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about my top 5 hotspot suburbs in Brisbane to buy this year in 2021. I'm going to break down for you why I think these suburbs are a place to invest and spend your money, and what are the key features of each of these suburbs that might suit you. I'm going to run through some higher price point suburbs, in the $1 million plus range, and also some lower end suburbs in roughly a $400,000 price range. So stick around to the end of this video where I reveal my favorite suburb to invest in Brisbane this year. I'm going to keep these suburb hotspots pretty high level because I don't know you and I don't know your personal situation. This is not financial advice. It's just my opinion on specific suburbs here in Brisbane. I've been living here in Brisbane for over 20 years and it's just my thoughts on why these areas are good to invest in and why they might make up a good opportunity for you to invest in 2021. Suburb number 1 is Keperra. Now, Keperra is a little suburb situated on the northwestern side of Brisbane. It's roughly about 10 or 11 kilometers out of the Brisbane CBD. And the reason this suburb is such a strong and growing area is its proximity to the CBD and the ability to get into houses there that have a bit of character and ability to add value through renovation potential. So there's a lot of rundown clad and tile homes there, and there's just opportunities in that space at the price point of roughly a $500,000 to $600,000 house. And there's plenty of good schools in the area and a train line close by with the Ferny Grove line running down past Keperra as well. So this suburb has strong demand, and that's why it's the first suburb on my list to invest in 2021. The second suburb on my list is on the south side of Brisbane, and it is a popular suburb known as Mansfield. Now, I'm also going to throw a caveat in there that Wishart and Upper Mount Gravatt, those 3 suburbs are all of similar value and of similar potential. And the reason I picked these suburbs is because of the high school there. If you live in Brisbane, you might have heard this before, but if you're not from Brisbane, Mansfield State High School is one of the best known state schools here in Brisbane. The catchment includes Mansfield, Wishart, and a portion of Upper Mount Gravatt, and is particularly popular with anyone coming into state looking for a great state school. This area has been growing in the prices over the last few years and currently sits roughly around $650,000 to $700,000 for a basic home. And there's plenty of knockdown rebuilds going on in the area. So the reason I picked Mansfield as one of my hotspots is particularly because of the high school. It's also in a good distance from the CBD, in about 12 to 13 k's from the Brisbane CBD. And you can also zip on down to the Gold Coast from there in about 45 to 50 minutes. So it's a great location. Apart from the school, there's also a giant Westfield shopping centre in Garden City, not far away. Brisbane City Council has also stated that they're going to put in the Brisbane Metro, which will be running along the busway. So unlike Sydney and Melbourne, Brisbane has a bus system that's quite popular, and it also is going to operate almost like a train station, with the Metro carrying up to maybe 100 passengers. So between the school catchment, the proximity to the CBD, the potential for knockdown rebuilds being of a high value in this area, and great shopping centres close by, that's why I picked Mansfield as one of my hotspots in 2021. Number 3 on my hotspot list for suburbs in Brisbane is a little suburb in the Logan City Council called Shayla Park. Now, Shayla Park has gone through a lot of gentrification with coffee shops getting, coming into the area, being quite popular, like St. Coco, and there's also the Daisy Hill State School and John Paul College nearby. So there's some good schools in the area, and you can also pick up blocks of land of 600 square meters plus, which is a nice suburban sized block. There's also opportunity in that area to pick up 1,000 square meter blocks at quite a low price point. Now, Shayla Park, on a starting property, you could be looking at $500,000, and depending on the size of the land and the quality of the home on that land, you can get anywhere up to $1 million. So it's got quite a big range of houses in the area, which means that there's potential to renovate or do granny flats in that area, given the council's willingness to take on granny flats. And it's also in between Brisbane, so about 20 to 30 minutes from Brisbane, depending on the traffic, and also 30 to 40 minutes from the Gold Coast. So it sits in that sweet spot between both cities, and has gone through a lot of gentrification in the last few years. And that's why I picked Shelley Park as one of my hotspots in 2021. The fourth hotspot on my list is Dutton Park and Woolloongabba Hill. Now, Woolloongabba Hill is a bit of a slang term for a little pocket of Woolloongabba that sits on the western side of the highway as you come into the Brisbane city. Now, Dutton Park is a suburb that's only a few kilometres out of the Brisbane CBD, and it neighbours some quite expensive suburbs in Highgate Hill, West End, and is just across the river from the University of Queensland at St Lucia. Now, the reason I've picked Dutton Park, even though the price point is roughly around that $900 to $1.2 million, is that there's an inner city South State Secondary College going there, and they're currently, the school is open and they're continuing to develop it, and it will open to more students in the near future. This area has great proximity to the CBD, being only a few kilometres away, access to the University of Queensland across the Green Bridge, and it's really a centrally located area that's with the high school going in there and a lot of older homes getting renovated, people spending money on their principal places of residence. This area is really increasing in value, and in my opinion would be a great buy this year. Considering it's so close to the city, you can almost stroll down onto South Bank, where there's a built-in beach there. You know, there's plenty of cafes and restaurants that are local, and opportunities to get out to entertainment and music events, as well as sporting events close by. So it has a brilliant location and such great opportunity with all the amenities around it. So that's why I picked Dutton Park as one of my top suburbs to buy in 2021. My final suburb, or suburbs, I know I said this was 5 suburbs and I'm kind of blending my options into a few multiple suburbs, but I'm hoping this is giving you some value. So the last area for my 5th and final suburbs are the Hills District, which is just on the bottom of the Moreton Bay Regional Council. There's actually 3 suburbs in this little area called the Hills. That's Everton Hills, Arana Hills, and Ferny Hills. Now, although these areas might be in Moreton Bay Regional Council, they actually have great proximity to the Brisbane CBD and access to the end of the train line at Ferny Grove. This area is booming at the moment with a local shopping centre and plenty of owner-occupiers moving into this area. It's backed onto a leafy reserve with plenty of areas to go, you know, walking, mountain bike riding, and it's looking like the place to buy in 2021. If you can find a property that has a large land component and the ability to add value either through renovation or maybe adding a granny flat for cash flow, these 3 suburbs would be one of my biggest picks for 2021 as an opportunity to both get capital growth and good cash flow this year. So thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you found these suburbs interesting and it helps bring up some ideas for yourself if you're looking to invest in Brisbane in 2021. Good luck with your investing this year. Leave a comment down below if I didn't pick your suburb that you were looking at and you want to ask me any questions about it. I'm more than happy to chat with you in the comments. Make sure you leave a like on this video, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel somewhere down here where that would really help us out. Thanks, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.